Welcome back, everyone. Thank you for watching. If you're new, please subscribe, leave a like, maybe a comment. I've done enough talking though. Let's get ready to the video. Today we're gonna edit a video. I'm gonna call it an editing walkthrough, not a tutorial, of our model Alexa. We went to a field and we did a sunflower shoot, and I'm gonna put quotes on sunflower because there was no flowers there. We brought a prop sunflower and I edited the other sunflowers in post, but this is what we started with. And like I said, all the sunflowers and stuff in the back are fake, they're not real. So this is what we started with, and I'm gonna toggle everything off so you can see what it looked like beforehand, before we did the edit. And this is the raw footage straight out of camera, no edit, no color, nothing. And like I said, I already have it edited, so I'm just doing like a walkthrough. I use the inpainting brush and patch tool to do the basic skin cleanup and retouching, just take out some freckles, some loose hairs and stuff that I don't like that were like blown in the wind. But it's just basic skin retouching. And then I do frequency separation for like the heavy skin retouching, and just blending out the patches in the skin and making it one cohesive color pretty much. And I never touch my high frequency layer at all, really, because I do that previously. So I'm just toggle them off. I have this pixel layer, which I'll explain later. And now I'm on a low frequency layer. Then I make a 50% gray layer, which is already up here at the top. Toggle that on. So now I go to my healing brush. I usually keep it about a 50 to 60% pixel size. And then I select a spot that's a little bit lighter. Then let's do it right here. Select this spot, go down to 50%. I'm at 51%. And then you really just, it might be hard for you to see, but as you do it more, you'll see it more and more. But you really just kind of tap and blend it out, and it will eventually become one color. And not one color, but it'll blend together better. And I already did this, so it's probably not gonna blend too much, but this is the gist of it. Right here. And then again, I have my flow at 3% and my opacity at 100%, which is a lot of people use that setting, so you probably want to keep it around there. Let me toggle on my high frequency layer, and this is the frequency separation completely done. And then her chest was a little red still, so I made a pixel layer, and I just used the paintbrush tool, and I painted her skin color onto her chest just to even it out, like so. And let me just toggle that on so you can see what it does. And it makes it a little bit brighter. It takes the redness out of it. Nothing too difficult. Next, I do my dodge and burn, which I already have done. So let me toggle that on and off for you. And that's my dodge layer. This is my burn layer. And how I make my dodge and burn layer is I use a curve layer. So let me just show you how I do it real quick. I go to curves. I select this highest point up here, drag up, and I go obnoxiously high just so it's very obvious what you're doing. And then I'll just duplicate this top layer and then drag down. Again, going very noticeably low. Group them together, dodge and burn. And then make sure you invert them. So it's kind of like a layer mask. And then when you invert them, you can come over here and grab your paintbrush. Make sure it's on white. And then make sure you're on your top layer, because that's your, let me name that, that's your dodge layer. And then your bottom one will be your burn layer. So let me go back to my dodge layer. And when you color on this with your paintbrush, It's very noticeable. You see exactly what it did. It made it very bright, like a very high highlight. So that's what your dodge does, and then this is what your burn would do. And like I said, it's very noticeable. I usually use it on a lower brush setting, but that's just what it does. I just want to show you exactly how I do it, and you know what it looked like when you do it. After you do it, I come back to the curve, and I lighten it right, just like this. Same thing for the burn. So it's barely noticeable. Just like so. And then let me just go ahead and delete that for you. But this is my dodge and burn. Dodge. Burn. And then I dodge and burn the eyes. And when I dodge and burn the eyes, I don't take out the veins or anything like that in the eyes. I just brighten up the whites, darken the black spots in the eyes, like the iris and the dark thing around the eye. I don't know what it's called. And let me toggle the dodge for you so you can see exactly what it did. And the burn. And then I go and make another pixel layer. Let me show you exactly how I do it. Turn this off. Pixel layer. I pick the color picker. And then I select a light spot in the eye. Right here. Come to the color wheel and I'll lighten it. Then you go to the brush. Turn it down to about 20% flow. Just like that. Put it down to about 5 pixels. And I do this little squiggly line. And right now it looks very obvious and obnoxious, but you'll see what's gonna happen. I select another color, and when I select the other color, I usually make sure there's 2 separate colors. So the first color is like a orange brown color. The second color is gonna be this greenish color. I come in here, I lighten it. Now it's like an olive color. And color again. And then I'll go in here to the blurs. Throw a Gaussian blur on it. And just blur it until I think it's acceptable. So I'll probably do around 3% blur. And then let me toggle that off and on. As you see, it just makes the colors a little more prominent and obvious. And it just makes the eye flow and look a little bit better. Delete that because I already have one. And then I come in here and I'll do my color correction. And then I'll toggle everything off in the order that I do it. So you can see exactly what I do and what each thing does. So I start off with brightness and contrast. And I'm not gonna give you my exact settings because if you have a different picture, these settings aren't gonna work for you anyway. I'll just show you what they did for my picture. So this is my brightness and contrast did. I didn't actually use an exposure thing. My color balance, which as you see adds a lot of color and really brings the color together. Same thing as selective color. I use a lens filter. Which one thing I do for almost every picture is I do use a lens filter because it brings the color together. So for this one, I used the orange color just because I was trying to go for a more golden hour vibe, and it really helped bring that look together. Selective color, and again, as you see, this really just brings the color together. It made my blacks a little stronger, and it really saturated my reds and made her skin look very, very nice. My shadows and highlights, vibrance and saturation. My white balance, which I know I did absolutely nothing on because I never really touched that. And then I have a HSL adjustment layer here, which I use to bring a little more golden color to her skin. It was looking a little red, so I took the red and shifted it over to yellowish, and it just made her skin a little more golden. So after I finished my color correction, I added sunflowers in. I went to Google and picked 2 different flowers. One was orange, one was yellow, which we'll fix later on. And I put the ones that were close to the front a little bit bigger, and then as they got farther away from the camera, I made them smaller just for the perspective to make it look realistic. After I did that, I merged all the pictures or all the flowers together. Merge visible to get it all on one layer. And then I added a Gaussian blur. Let's see. And then I think I went to about, say 40, I think 48 looks good. Yeah, I like that look. So I went to about 48. Just get them all blurred and just really adding to the perspective and look of the picture. And then after I added the flowers, I fixed the color issue with a HSL layer and made all the flowers look one color. But yeah, that's how I edited my picture. It was a very simple, basic edit. Hopefully you guys can follow along. If you have any questions, please leave a comment down below. I'll get back to you guys as quick as I can. Subscribe, leave a like, and thank you guys for watching.